Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a review for you of these little guys. And this is the Color FX Custom Cover Drops. My shade is N35, so it's like neutral 35. And they have ones with more golden tones. And although I do have more of a golden tone in my skin, I do have some pink in it. So I went with the more neutral color because the pink is going to come out on its own. I'm just going to kind of show you the application process for these. These are really different. They're not like anything I have ever seen before. It's custom, like the name says, so you can take these and you can build the coverage that you want, which is really a revolutionary idea that you can get super sheer coverage or super full coverage with one product. So it's really interesting. If you watched my last video, which was a makeup haul, you'll see that like the bottle has a little teardropper type of a thing in it, and you just squeeze out the product. And they say they recommend anything from like 4 to 6 drops, you know, 4 and less for more of a sheer coverage, for just kind of maybe like, you know, real sheer, cover up a few little spots here and there. And then 6 is supposed to be super full on coverage. I find that the 6 side, I don't know. Or maybe it's 4 is supposed to be super full coverage. I threw my box away on accident, so I can't remember. 4 may be super full coverage. Yeah, I think 4 is super full coverage, and then you can go, you know, up or down from there. I lean more toward the 4 to 6 range if I want something like super full coverage, and I usually do because my days are long. I'm putting my makeup on around like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get home until 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So my makeup is on my face for 12 hours plus, which is a really long time to have makeup on. But I like these because they give a great coverage, but my skin can still breathe. And if you guys have watched my channel at all, you know that my die-hard foundation is the Mary Kay Time Wise Matte Wear Foundation. And then the Mary Kay Cream to Powder Foundation, which I recently discovered, and I love those too. But I was just, you know, I mean, who wouldn't want to try this with just, I mean, it's a whole different concept of building and making your own foundation basically. So I'm going to show you how to apply these, and then I'm going to let you know what I think about the product. So the great thing about it is that you can kind of create your own base. Like I have super oily skin, so I have just washed my face, it's clean, I've put my toner on, things like that. I have not put my moisturizer or my primer on. Sorry, my brain just stopped for a minute. So if you have like super dry skin, you could just take the cover drops mixed with your foundation and put those on, or a super hydrating primer, mix it with the cover drops and put that on all over your face. My skin is kind of, although I'm super oily, specifically like in my forehead and on my nose and my chin, so my T-zone, but my cheeks are getting a little oily too. But around my mouth and my nose has become super dry. So it's kind of two-tiered for me. So what I have been doing is taking my like super heavy duty moisturizer, which is the Mary Kay oil-free moisturizer, or it's the oil-free hydrating gel, and I love this because it's got that jelly formula. So, sorry, I didn't open the little spatula. Come on. So what I do is I just take a little bit of the moisturizer out, and I love it because it does have a super gel-like formula, so it kind of turns the cover drops into a gel-like foundation. So I take some of my moisturizer, I take a tiny bit of my primer, which is the Mary Kay primer, and it's like the primer is just really to help even out spots and stuff like that. My dog has been going bark crazy. Ugh. Then I take some of my oil mattifier, which is like my oil control primer, and I put those all on the back of my hand. So you have to take the cover drops and shake them up really, really, really well to make sure that, you know, everything's evenly distributed. Then you take the concoction you've got on the back of your hand or on like a palette or whatever that you've got, and you just put as many drops as you want. I put anywhere from like 4 to 6, and sometimes I put 8 once and that was too much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 drops on there. Then I take that little spatula and I mix it all together. So you just mix it on the back of your hand until until everything's incorporated really well. And it looks so weird to me. I don't know. It's just, I think it's because I'm using the hydrating gel, so everything has got this jelly formula. So now this is what it looks like, and that looks like a lot of product. And then it's not a lot by way of the foundation or the cover drops, but there's a lot of moisturizer. Actually, it's like a pea size of the moisturizer. So now I'm just taking my Zoeva Silk Finish brush, and I'm going to take it onto the brush and then start in the middle of my face and blend out. And I'm starting with my nose because my nose is the dry part, so I really want to make sure that I get a lot of hydration there. And then I have my eyebrows are done. I have eyeshadow on already. I've got mascara on, so I'm just showing you guys what the base looks like and how to apply it. I really like mixing this with more of a gel-like moisturizer because of the way it feels on my skin. I feel like I've got water on my skin right now, which is really nice because I just have been feeling so dry and oily at the same time. Oh, that was gross. Whoops. So just getting that in everywhere. As you see, like this blends out amazingly well. I've got a little mirror down here. And always make sure you blend it down your neck, back into the ear area. And so that's what it looks like. I'm going to zoom you in a little. And you can see how lovely it goes on. Like, I mean, it blends in well. You don't see any harsh lines. No, nothing like that. It just goes onto the skin wonderfully, wonderfully well. So, I mean, you guys, you saw up close how it looked. It wears wonderful. It feels so comfortable. The only thing I do and that I recommend is putting on a translucent powder. So I've got my Mary Kay translucent powder, and I have my Makeup Forever HD high definition powder. And that's just what I'm going to use because I've kind of been using it lately. I'm taking my Jumbo Zoeva powder brush, just putting a little bit of that on there, and then just dusting it all over the face. And this just kind of sets it nicely. You don't need much more than like one brush full. But it sets everything so well. You don't need more than just like whooshing your brush around in at one time. But it feels so nice and so like nothing is on your skin. So you've seen the application. Here's what I think. I think these are great. It's a wonderful, wonderful idea. But my only thing with it is I find that I get creasing and dryness from these, kind of like it cakes right here in between my eyebrows. Now that could just be the way I'm applying it. It could be because I'm so oily and so I'm getting, you know, it's just kind of like all that slippage. So it does move in my more oily sections, which is like right here, like this triangle right between my eyebrows and up into my forehead. This does slip around a lot. So I've tried different primers. I have tried Smashbox primers. I have tried my Mary Kay primer. They all give the same results. So nobody is really, it doesn't work with any primer by way of being able to stop kind of the slippiness that happens from having super oily skin. Now if you have dry skin, then I imagine you're probably not going to have that problem. And I mean, I really like these. They settle really nicely. It feels really good on the skin. Your skin can breathe. I love the idea of being able to customize how much coverage you want with one little bottle. I think that's great. So yeah, that's the only thing I have with it, but I mean, I would recommend them. I'm not taking mine back. I will say make sure that you go into to a counter and get matched for your shade, because I thought that I was a completely different shade just by looking at them online, and it was very, very much so a completely different shade. I was actually a lot lighter by about 2 or 3 shades than I thought I was, and a totally different tone. So go in, get matched if you're going to purchase them. I believe it was like, I think these are like maybe $40, $45. You get half an ounce, but you're using a teeny tiny little bit each time. So is the investment? It depends on what you think. I mean, I wanted to try them. I figured if I didn't like it, I could take it back. I do like them. I'm going to keep them, add it to my little collection, because that's what junkies do. But yeah, but just definitely make sure that if you're going to go ahead and purchase them and you really want to try these out, go in, get color matched. I wouldn't buy them online unless you already know your color. Just because it can vary a lot, and online it isn't quite true to skin. Okay guys, well thanks so much for chatting with me today and for listening to this little ramble review. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it and you would like more reviews and other videos like this. And you can follow me on my social media, Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description bar. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because you'll get updated every time I upload a new video. I will see you guys next time. Bye! First, the smell. Oh, smells so good. It smells like pumpkin pie.